go, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the studio after a week off, maybe. We were going to go live for George's fight. George's fight got cancelled, so we didn't do a podcast last week. Tyler, welcome back to the couch.
Yeah, now then. I've been working for the man.
I thought you were Pooley?
No, I was busy.
At one point you were Pooley, then you had a Pooley thingy, then you had a Pooley knee.
No, I had a poorly thingy, and that was it.
All right, okay.
I
Well,
perpetually
you had
have
a
a
cold,
poorly knee.
Yeah, you had a you tapped out with a cold at one point.
No.
After you're like,
yeah.
I've got unreal immune system. Then you had a cold. had about 4 colds in the space of 3 weeks.
No, you're off it.
Nah,
Yeah, you had a cold.
Search the group chat.
Why
Where's
are you
our
lying
producer?
Why are you lying for?
Jamie, get up the transcript.
Even if we had a producer, there's no way I'm giving him access to our group chat.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Rather not end up. Yeah, I'd rather not end up in prison. Thanks very much.
So we had our open mat at the weekend with Shane Curtis. Thank you, Shane, coming down showing some sweet techers. I put the video up on YouTube of all the techniques and then realised that Shane makes money from all them techniques on Patreon, so
And then got
swiftly
told
took
off.
it back down. Yeah, so
Off Lord slap on the wrist there.
if you were there, hope you enjoyed, and if you were there, ask me for the link because I can send you it. But if you weren't, pay for Shane's Patreon or book him for a seminar at your home gym.
Yes.
What did we think of the open mat?
Really good. Really good. No, techniques are always good on at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And Shane's way of teaching's pretty sound.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you got the seminars, don't you? And we talk about this with Jamie because Jamie's way of teaching is just like, he just shows the right amount.
Uh-huh.
And it felt quite similar with Shane as well. His
Yeah.
way of showing it. It wasn't too, we weren't going around the houses with it. So, yeah.
It's part of the, like, honestly, doing that now was, it's half put me off other seminars because it was kind of like, got to the end of those techniques and I was like, this is enough for me to remember. I couldn't have done another 2 hours of learning.
Oh, no.
Mate, even then it was like 8 techers.
Yeah.
Like,
but
that's a lot.
to be fair to him, he was rattling through him.
Yeah.
But
they all led off. That's the thing, that it's connective techers, which are the thing that
Yeah.
works. When it leads off the back of something else, if this doesn't work, you move to this position. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's options from that position.
Yeah.
Which makes all the difference.
yeah.
Whereas you go to some don't you, and they'll just like completely swap to something completely different.
Yeah.
And you're just like, cool, I'm never going to remember any of this.
Yeah. And that was the point behind the open mic. It was like, usually 3 or 4 like trusted techniques that work, or like that person's A game, and then roll, and then you can try and use it in rolls or whatever you want. So for me, like we did an open mat at Christmas, which was just a party, with no guest coach, sorry of it. And I think I kind of drained the format a little bit of the last ones, maybe last year. But I love this one.
Yeah.
I had a really good time, and I think like doing them few and far between is the way forward.
We've talked about it before, haven't we, about like less is more, essentially. And quality over quantity. And it's that same old thing. It's like if you have too much of something, it becomes too readily available and you lose interest. It's that simple.
Yeah. People in the gym would get sick of it. Like,
yeah, and less people turn up because like, there's another one in 3 weeks, or there's another one and it's that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I had a nice
It
time.
was good vibes.
And it was good vibes, wasn't it? Everyone that was there was sound.
Like good energy, good people.
Yeah, few like Jordan Cooper coming down was nice, meant a lot, and it's just nice to see some friendly faces that haven't been to our open mats before as well, and
I
just
thought
hang
that
out,
as well.
and some that have. So good times, kind of did everything they needed to do in terms of like why we put them on, building a community and all that shit. So
as well, like back to the technique. Like I always think if I get to a position and I see that the position we've been drilling, and I go for it, then I know that it's been a good open, or it's been a good seminar or a good lesson.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing as well, is like I tried it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I caught it like 3 out of the 4.
Yeah.
So it was very much like, it sunk in. Good teacher.
Yeah.
That's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I rode with Dan Lewis for a fucking hour today.
Mint.
No, yeah, I know, yeah. No one else turned up. Thanks everyone. But it was just me and Dan Lewis training today, but which is really good because like Dan's my weight, but miles better than me. But we have similar games, so. But I used a fair bit of it because it was in my head from the seminar. So like I got to actively drill it. Is that ecological learn? No.
No, ecological
No, 'cause I
learners
drilled
is
it.
you don't have an idea, go and figure it out.
Yeah.
It's
of
like
course,
building an IKEA unit without any instructions.
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But with no building
Yeah.
knowledge.
It's the Luke Skywalker approach on the, what was it, Millennium Falcon on it, with the speeder mask thing on. It was like, you got to feel the force.
Where
that sort of learning.
Well, I've
Blind.
always thought of it as being like, here's a piano, you need to play Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Without any fingers.
Go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell you what you need to do and give you everything and be like, just go do it. It's like giving someone a car and telling them to go to the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anymore?
It's fucking stupid, that's what it is.
If you taught them, they'll get there quicker.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Okay, I understand what ecological training is now.
Cool, thanks.
So, Harry and George fighting on Friday.
Yeah.
I think want to say Saturday.
Fucking mint.
Day
Just
before the
mint
UFC
having
in
them
London
both
as well.
on the card is
Yeah,
already
yeah,
like...
It's been a long time coming as well
It's
since
like,
they've both been champs.
Like,
Yeah.
the minute you see them both, like that most recent poster I think they put up,
Yeah.
where they're both on it with the both their opponents, and it's like, we're getting this?
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
I wasn't be fair
2
because
in 1.
I was a bit sad for George being on the unplugged.
yeah.
Like, fuck
We've had
that
that
shit,
conversation
like,
anyway, on
yeah,
here, haven't
yeah.
we? We were saying about how ridiculous it is, because it's
Yeah.
like, he works the crowd
Yeah.
just from being there.
He's a
So,
draw.
Yeah.
Mental, absolutely mental.
Yeah, so...
They'll be like one after another as well, won't they? So like, like when they both win.
Well,
Just putting it out there.
I got the press email today actually.
Oh, wow.
George is headlining as a one-off the prelims.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a UFC Fight Pass exclusive.
Nice.
George headlining the prelims, then the main cards, and then Harry headlining, which he was anyway, the entire card.
Yeah.
Mint that,
But then I thought about it and I was like, actually, that means like Harry and George might have even requested that because it means they can corner each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also means they can warm each other up
Yeah.
and have like Harry's going to need a reset after George's title fight.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he's
Straight
going to need like a
after
good,
it'd
like
be
at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
To like, yeah.
To be like, okay, it's my go now. Got to get in the zone or whatever.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
I mean,
'Cause,
George,
you know, even if
Got to put the SD card in.
like George was going to be there anyway,
Format.
wasn't he? So
Format the battery. Here we go again.
like if George loses, which I don't think he will, but like if George lost, then like how is that? Especially if Harry was fighting
Like if you were straight after.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like it doesn't matter the level of autism you got there. It's kicking.
It's
innit?
going to affect.
It's going to
you.
be there,
yeah,
innit?
yeah. So, but having that
Yeah.
for fights, regardless of what happens in George's fight, because if if George wins, his adrenaline's going to fucking spike.
Yeah, it's be
and
off
then-
the. Off
Yeah.
yeah. So
He's
well
almost,
done
if
whoever
George
decides
wins, he's
that.
almost going to have to not react,
Yeah.
so he doesn't get that adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to stay composed.
Like
and
he's just
everything.
like, okay, sound tick next.
Yeah.
It's
and
a
then-
yeah, it's a funny one because it's like it is that thing because it depending on your mental resilience. Yeah, purr. That was like a Jamie moment. That wasn't it? It's like when you can't move your arm. Purr. Can't remember what I was saying now. Oh yeah, so it's either gonna be like depending on your mindset. It's either gonna hinder you or not, innit?
Yeah,
Because like
yeah,
if
yeah.
he's locked in, he'll be like, right, cool, game time. But depending on if you fucking
Yeah.
got a shit like, if your leg get you, you're fucked.
Yeah. Either way, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm going to be in. I really wanted to do a podcast for both of them, but I'm going to be in Shrewsbury
Shrewsbury.
with the Strum Sports Nutrition gang. I can't honestly. I was talking a lot before this podcast, and I couldn't get my words out, and I was like, "This is going to be."
I think it's the
tragic.
word Shrewsbury.
Well, yeah.
Well,
That fucks
Strom
everything
Sports
up.
Nutrition is
Strom
also a bit of a
Sports
mouthful, innit?
Nutrition from Shrewsbury.
So yeah, which is going to be a laugh. Like I'm meeting them about some Grapple Max production stuff. Then we're going to go to Aliento BJJ, which used to be a Gracie Baja, now it's an Aliento. So well done, boys. Well done, Tristan.
Freedom.
Then we're having a poker night at Rick's, which is terrifying because Rick has loads of money and loads of businesses. And I presume the other people that he's going to invite are also going to have loads of money and loads of businesses.
And you're going to lose your house.
And I
Just take loads of cans of liquid death.
I might
Collateral.
take my van car keys, which
Yeah.
I'm trying to sell, and like
Shut them on the table.
bet that
And I'll go, nah.
that
That
might be worth it. Like
it devalued itself when you took the sticker off.
That might be the biggest play ever. That you put the van up for collateral as like a fucking 10 grand big blind or something, and you just it comes off.
Yeah, it's not bad. That all in.
Come away with a fucking Ferrari.
And then ring. And you driving down, Tyler?
I'm not going.
You're not going. You will be.
Pick
Rick up.
I need a lift home, please.
I forgot Anthony Edwards got fucking spiked on his head then.
Just in case anyone doesn't know as well, Tyler is our resident taxi man. So not just for
Tyler
like general things because he doesn't drink, but also he ferries athletes to and from invitationals quite often for us.
Yeah, he has done that to and from.
So yeah, shout out to Taxi Tyler.
Taxi Tyler.
Uber man.
Yeah, and then I mean it's not the reason I'm going down, but part of it is because I'm going to the Grapple Max Open Mat. I nearly said the BJJ Nutrition Open Mat, but that's not true. He will. I'm sure
he will be there.
He's fucked. Yeah. I think he's blown his knee.
That spike was unreal.
Jason. What's his real name? Jason.
Jay.
Jay.
I don't know if it's Jay. He's
Jason.
Jay.
It's Jason.
Jason.
I'm gonna ask him. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the Grapple Max Open Mat, which is at Black Country Jiu Jitsu.
That will be sick.
Film a Reap on the Road episode around the whole weekend in general, which would be nice. Me getting rinsed at poker or winning absolutely loads of money on poker.
Make sure you put. Can you put your GoPro on for that?
Yeah,
that'd be a good shout, wouldn't it?
Just cut out all the races and
yeah, absolutely.
All the fox hunting crack.
Yeah,
all
that's
the rich people
fox
have.
Yeah.
That's what.
Those bloody peasants.
I need to say something awful there.
Yeah.
He's in his house now as well, isn't he? So the poker night won't be in that fucking giant mansion that he was renting out, like the. He was like living out a hotel last year, wasn't he? Like he basically rented like the wing of a hotel.
Back in his house, so yeah, his house mint. So I think he's got something like the UK's oldest toilet.
Nice. Was it Henry VIII?
He like bought it from somewhere and had it installed in his house.
That's what I'd do with money, me. Like if
imagine the yellow stains on that.
It's mint. It's white.
Is it? It's
white.
Yeah,
white.
White.
Absolute pristine porcelain.
Yeah.
Is it like an actual like just like a normal like a most like like the newish style toilet?
It's like a toilet with a cistern and a big pulley thing.
Oh, like a Victorian style one.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like literally like just a plank of wood with it all in it.
Maybe it's not the UK's oldest toilet.
Because
they're
from
like
castles,
the 1800s.
They're on castles.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I've just like remembered some off-it toilet shinful. Like
go on then.
You know, like flush bogs are like a relatively recent thing in like human history.
Yeah.
So they were actually invented during the reign of the first, like Queen Elizabeth I.
Yeah.
And she got one. It was like, this is that mint. No one else has ever allowed one. So she built one and then just fucking hid the designs. So they had to get like reinvented again.
I thought you were going to say she did the opposite. Like,
what,
she was like,
she invented
everyone should have one of these.
Yeah. No, she was like, fuck you peasants.
I've got another bit of, while we're on the subject of the like the older stuff, did you know that the first ever stair lift was no, hang on, jump the mark here, was owned by Henry VIII because he was a fat cunt and couldn't get up the stairs.
Was it like
but he had some poor peasant at the bottom.
Yeah, just like
fuck this king sort of thing.
Yeah, well, Henry VIII invented the...
But it was like a spiral stair, so it wasn't like you just go straight up.
Ah, right,
You're fucking doing that for ages, aren't you? Imagine your back muscles.
He invented the Lord of the Privy fucking chest or something, didn't he? Where like he was the one who invented the poor little boy who had to like wipe his ass. So like there was a kid that his
trying
job
to dive in the back of him.
Wiping Henry VIII's ass.
Do you know what came up on the podcast the other day that I was listening to? And I laughed my head off because we'd been talking about it in Scotland.
What?
Jam Boys.
Did it really?
Fucking Jam
It was on Bill Murray on Joe Rogan.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Because they were talking about when they were talking about playing golf, and he was saying that he played golf.
Yeah.
But he started because his first job when he was like 9 was on the golf course, and then he was like, before him there was Jam Boys, and then he had like nowhere near as bad a job as a Jam Boy.
Yeah.
Google it because I can't be asked to get cancelled for talking about it.
Can we say Jam Boy?
Yeah.
Bill Murray
in this reference
on Joe Rogan. So
we're not giving that's brutal. We're not giving like a value judgment to it. We're just
we're just talking about
they existed. Right, okay. Yeah.
Just beforehand.
Yeah, but Bill Murray had like a shitty golf job.
Bill Murray's so funny.
And then you got obviously doing caddy shot. Yes.
The start of that's funny because Bill Murray goes on it and he's just like, I've got no fucking clue who you are.
Oh, it's
so Bill Murray. There's like levels, isn't there? There's Joe Rogan and then there's fucking Bill Murray. And Bill Murray's like, who are you?
So for me, right, I meant to say this when I was listening to it, but I forgot to tell you is it like I haven't listened to Rogan for ages because like
boring.
He's doing my head in. Yeah, just talk like no matter who's only talks about US politics and fucking boring.
Oh, God,
but Bill Murray going on like Tyler said was amazing because he's like, so what do you like do here?
What
like,
do you even do?
What? Yeah, and he's like, what? Are you like? He was like, this is quite a big warehouse. Like, do you live here? Like, it's so funny. And Rogan's like on the back foot a bit, and then just lets because he should rightfully just lets Bill Murray kind of like talk, but like he says stuff, and then Bill Murray's kind of like where other people would like pander to Rogan. Bill Murray's like, nah, I don't think that's really what's going on. Like,
like
it was dead nice.
Do you know what I think it is as well with Bill Murray? He comes from that generation and the age of that generation where they're just sort of like they don't really have anything to lose. They're dead wise because they've spent a lot of time in their life reading books. They spend a lot of time having actual conversations with people. They form their own opinions because they see the world fully. So that when someone says something, they're not afraid to like to challenge it. And then just say like, come on, mate, like you just fucking
especially
saying some shit on the internet. Like you've just had a conversation with your mate while you're high. Like he's like, I've actually seen that. Nah.
Well,
like,
Joe Rogan also surrounds himself with absolute bum licks. That's why it's like
so everyone agrees with him.
When someone like Shane Gillis goes on, he's just like, no. Like it's funny. It's funny to see Shane Gillis on Rogan because Rogan bum licks Shane. He's like the only whereas everybody else who goes on is just bum licking Rogan.
Like, oh my god, I'm so happy you invited me on your podcast, Mr. Rogan.
Which is going to happen, isn't it? And then that's going to form your own like
Bill Murray's vision of himself.
Like it's a really good listen.
One of my favourite things to do, every now and again, not all the time.
Here we go.
Is just shot on his golfing clips.
Right.
He does trick shots and he like panders to the crowds and that, and that's
right.
And he's like, watch this, boop, and then like he'll get like a fucking he'll put something like miles away through his legs and that, and he's like, and like he'll like throw his club and like have a bit of crack with everyone. So people don't even watch like the proper tournaments because they're like all gone to Bill Murray's to watch him play because he's fun. It's like Happy Gilmore. So I'm gonna watch that episode tomorrow.
Yeah, it's good. You should put it on.
He's in a pickle, isn't he?
Yeah, I forgot. So, just for reference, we've got Leon Edwards, and Bilal Mohammed on in the background while we're chatting shit. And I forgot that Leon had his back throughout this round.
I forgot he got fucking pile drive.
Yeah, that spike was horrid. Yeah. Like my neck would have just snapped in half. Yeah. Speaking of that, I was rolling with Dwayne last night. Was it last night or Monday night?
I don't know.
It'll be Monday, Dwayne.
Monday night. And we just had like a normal roll. I didn't see him and I was like, oh, good to see you, blah, blah. Like, fired a bow and arrow on him. And he was like, oh, I've got a bit of a bad neck. I was like, oh, right, okay, sorry. Wish I knew your neck was that bad. And then 2 minutes later, I was like, sort of, like just putting some pressure down on his head and then like trying to move him. And he was just like, nah, stop.
Right.
I was like, oh, what's wrong? And he was like, oh, I've got like slipped discs in my neck. I was like, cheers, mate. I was like, eh? And then he was like, oh, don't worry, it's not your problem. It's not your fault. Like, fucking, I think he did it with him at fucking MFA years ago, Abdul.
Oh, really?
Just fucking spiked him.
Oh.
And I was like, sound. So I messaged him today. I was like, how's your neck? And he was like, yeah, I've had 2 days off work. I was like, and then he was like, not your fault, Lord, it's always fucked. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Yeah, but I'm going to be thinking about that now all day.
It scares me that. So when I...
don't you?
I've talked about it.
Yeah, but
Abdul, if Abdul drops you on your head, Abdul drops you on your head.
No, but I mean, like, now. Like,
years ago. He did. But it's like, also, I'm like, if you're that badly...
Yeah, tell me that at the start of the round.
Tell me before I grab all your head and, like, try to snap you down or... What, do you know what I mean? It's like, Jesus.
My next foot, I've talked about it in this podcast before from being spiked before, but it's still bad. Like, it's bad now to the point where I've got a special pillow. Like...
I call it my special pillow.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's got a fucking stupid concave in it and that. It's like... Because if I have a bad night... This is how bad my neck is, right? If I have a bad night's sleep, and please, if there's any doctors that listen to this, talk to me. But my theory is, right, so I get ocular migraines, which means your vision goes blurry, then you get a really, really bad headache.
Great.
I get them a lot just from stress, which is great because I'm fucking...
Stressed.
Yeah. 15 hours a day. But... So I get them, but now what causes them is if I sleep with my neck on a funny angle. Like I woke up, this happened at 5 o'clock this morning because I started getting blurry vision, and I was like, great migraines kicking in, and then I realised I'd been sleeping funny on my pillow and I didn't have my nose things in, so I couldn't breathe.
Sounds
so
like
the combination of not being able to breathe, and there's something going on with the nerves in my neck from that injury from years ago that means I just fucking go blind, basically. It's mint.
Yeah, you need to go to a chiropractor.
All the while, Rick does every possible thing he can to do some sort of extreme sport.
Yeah.
Which involves the possibility of landing on his head.
When I nearly knocked myself out snowboarding, I was like, great, I'm going to go blind in 20 minutes here.
It might put it back. We've all
Maybe you just need
about,
a really bad DAS.
Yeah.
We've all talked about injuries where like someone's like fucked us and then like the next guy you roll with's popped it back in. Oh, maybe you just need like blood force trauma to the head.
I need an MRI on my neck to
that sounds like more of a better idea. More of a
where this fucking nerve is in my neck that keeps making me go blind. But yeah, literally, like when certain people who I won't name on the podcast, but like I'll roll with certain people.
Dave.
Who'll snap me down aggressively, and I literally go, mint, I'm going to have a migraine tomorrow.
Yeah. I can guess who.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Can't wait.
I'm dying to say it on here, but yeah.
So
funny,
fuck them, whoever they are. Whoever you are, fuck
you, man.
Like, but they don't know. They're just trying to snap me down.
Yeah, but now everybody's going to be wondering whether they're the person that makes Rick blind, so fuck you.
People at home like this, like all the math symbols will come up and be like, am I the snap down guy?
They're going to be terrified.
If you're wondering if it's you, then it is
probably you.
So, like, if you're like, I'm a decent role, I'm a nice person, I'm a good Jiu Jitsu player, then it's not you. So
yeah, but you're not.
If you've got that mong in you, it's probably you.
You don't even need to question yourself.
Yeah,
because you know what I mean. If you have to question yourself, you're probably him.
Yeah,
or her.
If you throw on collar ties like a slap, then it's you. So yeah, cool. Can't wait to roll with loads of heavyweights at the fucking grapple match on that on Saturday.
I know, mate. Yeah, there can't be any more heavyweights there than there is at our gym.
Are you joking? They're like all the bodybuilder boys and fucking 6'9" Dave. And
6'9" Dave.
At least he'll just take my leg off.
Yeah. Or he'll fucking crucifix you.
Yeah, there is that. But yeah.
Or neck crank you. Or some other tap you.
What are you doing this weekend?
I've got a child with me.
I thought, aren't you doing Warhammer painting?
We're not Warhammer painting.
Yeah, so I said to Dan, I'll have Seb for a part of the day, go and paint some toys with him, but most likely just drink beer.
I didn't think we were painting toys. I thought we were rolling dice and then moving toys.
Don't care.
You're playing D&D?
I just want to go and drink beer.
It's not. Dan wants to get into like the proper Virgin games, doesn't he? So like, I think we're going to end up doing like fucking Lord of the Rings tabletop games, aren't we? Which would be mint because we can take our trophies from tomorrow night.
Yeah, wait. Do you know what I had in the car with me? I went to the gym while Seb was training. I was reading the dictionary because I was like, do you know what? I just want to like quickly re-jog my memory of like places.
Yeah.
And just so it's like fresh in my mind. Nothing like too serious, but obviously very serious. But I thought I'd leave the battles one because there's not many going to ask questions of battles. It'll be literally things like how many fucking strands of hair does Gimli take off Gladriel? What does Frodo get? How many loaves of lamb spread does Pippin eat in the extended edition? It'll be shit like that. There might be a few like trick questions from the books.
Explain to the people what you're doing tomorrow night.
Lord of the Rings quiz at play.
We're gonna batter everyone.
What's your team name?
What was it? What did you come
So I thought of a bet. So we were gonna call it Shadow Facts.
Yeah.
But on the way here, I thought about calling it What You Talking About.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. What are you talking about?
What you're talking about. All right.
What you're talking about.
Next week, we need to break it down.
Yeah, and then we're going to come in and we're going to go, oh, we lost.
Yeah.
The only thing I've got to worry for is if Watson Smith's in.
Oh, mate, it's going to be full of nerds.
Mate, when I messaged Aaron, I was like, Aaron, can you like sort like 5 tickets out? He's like, mate, there's 8 left. You've got them all. I was like,
it's going to stink.
I don't know 8 people that are going to come and do this with us.
Yeah, I don't.
Doesn't matter. I think
you know what I mean. I need to mess with my mate Courts because she's a fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I'll do after this.
I don't think we need.
Courts,
mate,
did the painting
we need more. We need more.
I think we'll kill him.
Yeah. Shout out Courts again.
Yeah.
She's done some sick Harry and George ones to be fair as well.
I say Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
What are you saying, Tyler?
I don't think we need people, mate. I think we're gonna. Like,
well, if Dan fucking comes, to be fair, I feel like my knowledge is pretty fucking legit with it.
Yeah, like
but we're about to find out.
I ain't sweating.
I'm not sweating. I will be if we start to get ones wrong though. Then I'll sweat.
There's going to be one team to rule them all, and it'll be us.
That's going to be someone's team name, by the way.
Yeah, and they'll fucking lose.
Yeah, I can't wait. I hope it's some good shit though, and it better be Lord of the Rings.
They do get cool stuff,
mate. If there's one question about the Hobbit, I'm off.
What do you mean?
I'll be like the guys being like, "That's the fucking Hobbit, you daft."
That's a wrong book.
It was a Lord of the Rings quiz.
Right, Aaron. If you're listening to this, close your ears. But I'll be at home, looking after children, but available on Google.
No. But
we don't need Google.
We don't need that. Aaron, if you're listening, we don't need.
Aaron, I'm going to remote in to their team.
Fuck off. Aaron won't
whether they like it or not.
Aaron's too busy.
Can you live stream? In fact, take all of this gear and live stream it just for me.
Just for you.
So
why aren't you coming?
Because
Babies.
I'm away a lot. Yeah.
Oh.
So I need to actually spend some time with my family.
Bloody hell.
What
were you thinking?
One does not simply pie your wife and kids off on a Thursday night.
Oh.
Yeah, just on a Wednesday and Friday and a Saturday.
You have to destroy them.
So yeah, I trained 3 times last week. That's a recent. That's a personal best since we had the baby. Yeah,
that's still more than me. I am
3 last week, I think.
I'm pathetic.
I need to remember to not go tomorrow because I always do this.
Why?
Whenever there's a quiz on.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a Friday, and then check my phone and like shit.
I'll message you at 3:30.
Yeah, just like
and be like,
you're not going in.
Where was Gondor?
Yeah, like because I will forget, and then I'll look at my
phone. Where was Tyler when the Westfold fell?
Jiu Jitsu. Just go after training.
This is my problem though at the minute. We're
starts at like 8 though, doesn't it?
Because I'm like, I'm doing all of this, and then like, I was going to train tonight, and I was like, oh, do I want to train? Luckily, I was like, podcast, give me an excuse not to train.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I'm there, I'm like, I want to train.
Yeah.
And then he's just breathing down my neck, like, you're going to do any fucking content. And it's like, I get it, but like, I mean, my half day rate's £400, Jamie.
Yeah. So. Jamie Taylor, the most famous man on Instagram.
Yeah. The movie reviewer.
Did you mean to shoot a load of the Shane Curtis stuff in 100 frames a second?
Yes, I did.
All right, good, cool.
Yeah. But it's because I was
like, why is this video 16 minutes long?
Because it was like, oh, this is gonna be.
You're gonna like speed ramp.
I was like, there is some fucking takedown gonna happen here. 3 minutes later, no takedown, and then a guard pull. So I was like, cool, Rick will enjoy that.
Yeah. No, it's good. I'm gonna put out a 100 frames edit.
Yeah, sweet.
Of like the coolest slow-mo stuff.
Classical music over that. I love a bit of classical over 100 frames per second.
I'm going to put it out tomorrow, I think.
I've just got to Charlie wouldn't let me put that fucking slow-mo of him getting whipped with the fucking...
You could definitely
King
put
Arthur
that out,
song.
just put like a edit over his face.
Yeah, like blur his head out.
Should we do that? You could, yeah.
We'll do that. I'm going to do it.
For you.
Charlie?
Soz,
pal.
I mean, there's a whipping video on our channel. It's one of our most viewed videos.
Good. It's Dono that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Dono and a few others.
The thing with Dono though is got like no body fat, so when he gets whipped, it doesn't look like anything's happening.
Yeah, what you see, you just see the welts instantly.
Yeah, it's like whacking him, and he's like a plank of wood.
Yeah, but you literally see the welts like emerge.
Yeah, straight away.
Yeah,
it's meant that.
It's nice. Built like a racing snake. A very strong racing snake.
Have we had the discussion about whipping on here?
I think so, briefly, but it was months ago, wasn't it? It was like one of the early pods, I think.
What, whether we like it or not?
Yeah, go look that.
I don't like it. Up. I'll do it, but I don't like it.
It's a funny one because I'm like, we do it at our gym. It's not my gym. I don't own the gym.
Yeah.
So,
if you had your own gym, would you do it?
No.
I would, but
I think it's like, it's a funny one. Like, it should be. Like we've said, like Jamie said it before, it's like, oh, it's optional. Now he said it's optional. But what Jamie means by that is says like, it's optional, but don't be a fanny.
It's
like,
optional, the peer pressure there.
Yeah,
because
like,
everybody else in our gym has been through the gauntlet.
Like that's what it is. I think it is outdated. I think you don't really need it because you've done your time on the mat to get your belt. It's the whole point of getting it. I see it from the side of things of like I want to do it for my purple. I won't be fucking doing it twice though.
I'd do it.
I'll do it twice.
I'd do it for blue. Just blue.
Yeah. It's like
because then
have you been whipped?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got your belt. I just didn't know if you got.
Yeah. We've done the same night, and then Scarlett did as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd do it for blue because then it is literally just like I'm not getting up.
Yeah. I'm not even watching it.
It's like it's like the equivalent of getting jumped into a gang. So I think doing it once
Is it almost like probation period's over.
It's I think it's a big, like, one of us, at least in our gym it feels like that anyway. It's like once you've been whipped, it's like, all right, I'll learn your name now.
That's an interesting take, actually. You could do it just for blue belts.
Yeah.
So you do it, you run the gauntlet as a blue belt.
It's like welcome in. You've done your it's like a probation period.
Yeah.
Dan said that to me. Dan said that to me. He was like, "You've passed your probation.
Yeah.
Now you're about to get smashed." And it was like, "Oh yeah, this is I think once you enter blue, you're like, "Oh yeah, this is Jiu Jitsu."
Yeah.
Because you realise, like the tempo has been dumbed down.
Yeah. But also you have an understanding of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it because I think it's like when it stops, that's when I think Jiu Jitsu's going to get McDojo'd to fuck.
Yeah. I think it has to separate a bit of the old.
I think now there's probably less gyms whipping than.
Oh yeah, than there is whipping. Yeah. And I feel like the ones that are whipping probably take themselves a bit too seriously by hours, because we don't really. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, because we've got such a relaxed gym.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to go to any other gym ever, I think I'd get a shock. Like, like go to most of the classes.
I'd be like a Master Carlos and that.
Even if you didn't have to do that, it's just like, even things like timekeeping. Like, our gym, people walking in like 15 minutes after class starts.
Yeah.
And like, now it's said, but I remember when I first started, it was like, oh, if you're late, it's like burpees. And I remember seeing at least one person do burpees because we're late.
I did it in MFA years ago.
That's what I mean. So it's like, we've got such a relaxed gym. And I sort of wish it wasn't in a way. Like, to some degree. Like, I feel like if you were like, for instance, Alex Roach comes in late because he comes from work and he's a police officer. I get it. You're late, whatever reason it might be, whether you're just late or you're not bothered or you're because of that. But like, if it's like, oh, you got kids, like, fair play. But then there's like Mark Chen, and I will name this cunt because I'm fucking sick of him. I'm fucking sick of his behaviour. Yeah. Sorry for calling you a cunt, but I think like you've got cunty behaviour.
Just turning up, like sitting around for 10 minutes and then
sitting around, fucking around, not listening, and then like not cutting your fucking nails, cutting every cut in the gym. You get a name of talents, Chen, without victimising it. That's an example, and it's like you take the piss, and then it's like Jamie's give you instructions where it's like white belts with white belts, blue belts with blue belts, higher belts with higher belts, and then you go and fucking start drilling with the white belts because you're scared of getting fucking walloped. Like, sort your shit out. That should be like not necessarily punished, but you should be doing burpees or something. It should be addressed. It should be like, you can't be doing that. This is a crack.
Yeah.
There's a fucking hierarchy.
Yeah. But like, if
stuff like that.
That's the thing. I think we need the hierarchy is fucking important.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I think if there's not that, like, it's different to everything else because you are full on trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
And there's such a trust to it. Where
like you're leaving someone in a position.
I think you need it. There needs to be like that almost like, I don't care if I'm earning like 100 grand more than you a year. You're a brown belt, so I shut the fuck up and I listen to you.
Yeah. Like, it's that element of respect.
There needs to, and I think that
it's not even like that's it, isn't it? It's like, it's
and
not,
you can have crack with it, but
it's not
that's
a
there.
Thing. It's like it's just a general level of respect for someone.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter. Even like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'd do the white belty, peasanty, jokey thing all the time, but even I know that there's a difference between a peasant and a white belt. Yeah, and a white belt understands things and he has a bit of respect for people. A peasant just doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on. Yeah. And is most likely going to hurt someone. But
probably need a bit of structure. Like,
to get to the white belt phase.
Yeah. I think that's the job of the blue belts, me. And I'm unapologetic about it. Like, we're the ones that have to keep that crack going.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But like, so if you train at Roger Gracie's gym in London, you can't be late. You won't get let in. Like, you can't train if you're late, basically. Or, like, you get shouted at by Roger Gracie, which isn't a nice place to be.
Oh, mate, I'd never fucking want that, mate. I've got it.
Like,
your advert's mint. Sorry.
And, but, like, Dan Lewis, when he used to train in London Fight Factory, and he tries to, like, bring it in a little bit to stealth or, like, his rounds and stuff, which I like. So if you trained at London Fight Factory and you sat out rounds... Yeah. The head coach, I can't remember his name, but he's a bit of a legend. He'd be like, get off your fucking ass. Yeah. And have, like, we're all tired.
Yeah, just fucking have a roll, but just don't go 900%.
Yeah.
Take a 20%.
You can't leave early. You can leave early if you've got work.
Yeah.
Like, blah, blah, blah. But if you're just tired.
Yeah. Because, mate, you get that all the time. People just fucking backdoor buggy.
5 minutes.
Because they've had an hard time. They've had an hard night.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Just roll with someone and say, can we just go a fucking little bit lighter?
Yeah.
Because I literally feel about my heart's going to leave my body. Like, I've had those. The only time I think, Like, I've sat out a few times recently, and it's just because I'm being a lazy cunt. Because I'm knackered.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm really tired, and my grips are gone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll sit this one out because I can't be arsed. But if Jamie went like, what are you fucking doing?
What are you doing? Yeah,
Go
yeah.
with him, I'm like, okay, yeah, Sam.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That's why sometimes I pick a fucking
But
one of
you're
the
right,
14-year-olds. I'm like, oh, then.
Like, I should, like, a higher belt has the right to do that, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, if I saw you sitting out, and I thought you just being lazy,
Yeah.
I'd tell you.
Definitely.
I'd say, Tom, go and get around.
Yeah.
But I mean, and this is probably because we're friends, but, like, I'd expect you to do the same for me.
Yeah, 100%.
So there's
you're
like a
fuck,
level
I'm
of,
dying.
like, self-regulation.
Well, we've
like,
done it a few times where you've been, I'm fucked. I'm like, should we have one? And then you know fine well that I understand that you're knackered, and you know that I'm going to give you a fairly easy round because I know you're fucked.
Yeah,
so if
yeah.
I'm like, oh, then should we have one? Yeah, we'll just go easy, and then
Yeah.
we'll just have a floor.
Yeah. But
And
you
then you get your
rolling.
cardio back, and it's probably better for you because your body's not going from like boom to like boom.
Yeah,
It's going from boom
yeah.
to like mid, and it's that
Yeah.
whole thing of like after you've had a really fucking long marathon run, you don't lay down.
Yeah.
You get up and you
Yeah.
fucking walk slowly.
Yeah.
Let your heart slow down.
To go back to whipping quickly, where we mentioned it.
We digress.
If I had a gym, I don't think I'd do it. I think if I was Jamie, I'd still do it because he's always done it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
no problem with Jamie doing it and people doing it in our gym.
Yeah.
But if it was starting a new gym, I don't think I'd do it. I think it's intimidating to girls.
Yeah, it can be.
And I'd like,
Yeah.
if I was going to build a gym, I'd like it to be a space where girls feel comfortable.
Yeah, because if you think of it from like a publicity side of things, if they're looking on Instagram and going, oh, I might join this gym, and then they scroll down and they just see loads of fucking guys whipping the shit
Tops
out of
off,
someone
getting
else,
fucking
it's like pure masculinity, aggressive, and it's like, whoa, lads, and then they might just go, nah, I'll try somewhere else.
When I first started doing any combat sports, the first thing I always wanted to do Muay Thai because it looked like the hardest thing. Like, as in, like, if you do Muay Thai, you're the hardest person on the planet. Yeah,
Johnny Concrete.
And I've seen this YouTube video. I wish I could find it now because I've tried finding it before. Of this Muay Thai gym, right? It was on like YouTube fucking 15 years ago. Well, maybe I'm not that old, but like it was a while ago. I am that old, sorry, but like I didn't start training that long ago is what I meant to say. So I watched this video and it was this fucking guy walking around his gym with all this, like, there's people sparring, there's people hitting the bags, and they're all going 110%. And he's like, so, you want to fucking do Muay Thai, do you? Do you want to take an elbow off her? And this woman battering the bag with an elbow, and he's like, come on, Jim, you're going to have to fucking fight her. And then it goes around all these fucking mad cunts, like, just doing the scariest, like,
Shit
strikes
ever.
ever, sparring 200%, like, beating the fuck out of each other. And I was like,
Cobra Kai.
mate, it put me off doing any martial arts for a year because I was like, I'm going to walk into a gym and that's what it's going to be like.
I'm going to
murdered.
cry.
I was like, I'm going to get my skull crushed by these psychopaths.
And you probably go there and he's like, oh, you're all right, mate. Would you like to come in and shoot the bag?
Yeah, if you're doing anything before.
Fucking
But
Harry
then-
Enfield.
But yeah, whipping. I get whipping from that point of view because it's not ideal, is it?
No.
And it would be intimidating. I think there's still I like that there's something that's like
A rite
some
of
form.
passage.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even if it's like I know some
Yeah.
places which are
It's like authentic in a way.
Like-
Does that make sense? Like,
Black belt, you get your judo throw.
blue belt, you like what
Yeah.
the fuck do I know? But like some places do tests. Not about that.
Yeah,
But
fuck
like
hell.
if like you come in and fucking Professor Sensei, whatever the fuck is like, they promote straight away. Like if someone's gonna get promoted, let's say they fucking line them all up at the start and be like, so and so, here's your belt, you're getting Shark Tanked.
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
there you're getting shit in,
yeah.
but you're gonna have to. It's like this final little bit of
You're
earning
going to
it.
prove your stripes, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
For want of a better word. But yeah, totally.
Like
yeah.
if you get say if you get your blue belt, you just get fed to white belts.
Yeah.
For an
Yeah,
hour.
mate, I like
And
that
it's like
fucking
if
crack.
like you're gonna even if you get tapped, you're gonna get tapped. But then that's probably not that. That's like a better way of doing it as well. Because if like the day you get your blue belt, you get caught 3 times by white belts scalp hunting, you're over that hump.
Yeah.
Because when you get like when I got my blue belt, I was like, I'm not getting fucking finished by a single white belt. And then
Yeah,
Tash
yeah.
caught me with a choke like the first week,
Yeah.
and I was just like, all right, well I'm over it now. Sound I can play,
yeah.
I can have fun.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
have fun. It's like that first ego, like your ego getting smothered down.
Yeah,
from
I
it.
think that
like,
there has to be that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
That's why I think I just went for Charlie straight away.
Yeah, I mean, I
I watched Chris do his utmost, and not get any. I was just like, oh, Chris, I'll do it. So I fucking caught Charlie, like, and he was like, that was my first like blue belt. I was like, right, now you can enjoy it. And he was like, yeah, get in. And I was like, crack on now.
I ran through him like a month before.
And Charlie now is like a different fucking role.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is the magic of the blue belt.
You grow into it,
yeah. It's
but
mad.
He stopped respecting you too much.
Yeah.
That's what his... I was talking to him about it, and I was like, why? Like, you were a powerlifter, mate. You should be beating the shit out of me.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, but I was like...
He's using his strength, mate. He's a fucking nightmare.
So, when Jack and Connor got promoted, I could see he was a bit down.
Yeah.
So I beat the fuck out of him. Went in on him. I don't go in on anybody, but I fucking walloped him for 5 minutes, and I was just like,
we're friends.
And I just went, I was like,
and I've got a big purple tag.
That's your welcome to blue belt.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care when you get it, but that was me, like,
that's it.
As far as I'm concerned, you're fucking good enough, so I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
When I got my blue, we did like techers, promotions, whips, and then rolls in the class. Just whatever, for whatever reason, it was that order. First roll, Dan Lewis. Purple or brown at the time. He fucking murdered me. Absolutely. I thought I'd upset him. Like, I was like, what have I said about Dan online? I was like,
it's weird.
Honestly, afterwards he went, welcome to blue belt.
Yeah,
and I was like, you fucking
that's what you need.
And he was like, yeah, well, that's what's going to happen now.
Do you know what? I'm trying to think who my hardest role was after that. I can't remember. Because I remember being like, like you come in and you're like,
yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
I put it on you.
Yeah, I remember yours was high intensity.
So yeah.
So I was like, I noticed your intensity go up. So I was like, oh fucking hell, Rick's like jumping left and right all the time. You were like fucking fucking
spam left and right.
Yeah, it was like proper like button. It was like Street Fighter going mad. I was like I was just like Yeah, that was like the intensity went up there. To be fair, Dan was all right. Dan didn't even fucking try and pace me. I think it was like 4 months in or something. Dan just out of nowhere, just grabbed. He got a collar tie on me, and I went, "Fuck!" And I was like fighting for my life. But it was the same thing with Dan. Like for ages, I not respect him too much, but I was like, I don't want to try and kill him because he'll fucking put me through the floor.
Yeah, of course.
And out of nowhere, I was just like, "Fuck this," and just started like trying to.
I only got over that with Jamie like in November, and then he got injured.
Yeah. I mean, I
just have to try and kill him.
That when I was at white belt, because I was like, I'm gonna show him.
For years with Jamie, I was a step behind because every single time I went to do something, I go, Jamie showed me how to do this, so he's got a counter.
He knows
so I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then Jamie would just do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
And then so it was even worse. Whereas now, I guess I'm just like I've got my game. Jamie batters me obviously, and he should, but
you get a bit of forward movement at least.
Yeah, I have a competitive role with him.
Definitely.
It's.
So what I've found is I think I always keep something.
Yeah.
I always keep something here, and I just do my game, and then I go, oh yeah, remember this, and just go. Yeah. And then he'll be like, oh fucking hell, and I'll get round something, and then he'll correct it. But it's but I do that with everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Mate,
I always have something in my back pocket.
If I get him to react,
baseball bat jokes, man.
Yeah.
If I can get him to react oh shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get out of him. It's like, fucking hell.
You didn't see that coming.
Yeah, he nearly caught me with.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming, but you saw this, and this.
Passed my guard. Yeah.
It's like when I nearly had his arm off.
Oh yeah.
In the chat. No, you were all in the chat when he was doing it, and then he he rattled off here's 15 things you did wrong though.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sound cheers.
Yeah. So mine's always you let me get mount.
When I last rolled with
Butterguard,
Rick from Strom, he was a white belt, and then someone afterwards went, "Oh, it looked like you had a decent roll with me there," and he went, "I think he was letting me." Get away with a lot of stuff, and I was like, yeah, but I was like, he'd been training about 3 months, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm a fucking purple belt, and I've been training for 9 years or however long it's been, so I was like, I should.
Yeah.
Now he's a blue belt, so, and I'm saying this because I'm going to clip it out and follow it with clips of me rolling with him.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes, because I mean, he's a big, strong guy, and he's got his blue belt now, so he's got some technique.
Yeah, he's got some of that.
So I'm curious to see how that goes.
He's massive, and he
understands
fucking
spiking me on the head.
Back, douche. Yeah.
Or
firing you. Mate, be mint if it's just like you flying through the air constantly.
Yeah.
Or I want like the
I'll get him
footage
with
of
that
you.
triangle that I let him out of.
Yeah. Oh, you
I
went.
don't know the fucking size of him. I'm not going to be able to triangle him.
Or there'll
No,
just
he's
be
fucking
footage
big
of Rick
balls.
afterwards, like dying on the mat. Like I literally had to fight for my life.
Yeah.
I might go fucking really, really fast.
Just go fast. The gazelle in.
Just full spinny round, Rick Baker, roly poly on him.
Stronger than him.
It's fun. Well, that's it, isn't it? It's like, to be fair, I find that I'm actually better at jiu-jitsu the lighter I am. Fully, I am better at jiu-jitsu when I have to, like, if I have a roll with someone, I have to do slow jiu-jitsu. A lot of the time, I'm worse off.
Yeah.
But when for instance, but when I roll with Carl, like I had a roll with Carl Monday night, me and him. Every time I get, whenever Carl goes, we have a roll, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this. Because it's dead wrestly. I have to counter wrestle. I have to think about what he's going to do. I have to think, I have to think about my hooks. When I'm firing it, like, I use a lot of butterfly on Carl because he loves to, like, obviously cartwheel all the time. And he loves a body lock, And I had him in a position the other night and it was like a weird butterfly, almost like an arm crunch. But I had the opposite leg across the hip.
Okay.
And I just kept elevating him over. And every time we got back there, I'd go back to it. And he was like, what are you doing? And I looked at him and I went, I don't know, but it fucking works. And we were just laughing and we had such a mint roll. And like, neither of us caught each other, but it was just constant chess. And I was like, that was mint.
Yeah.
And I always look forward to it. I'm like, Carl, I can't wait for this. Like, but obviously at the minute, I'm carrying loads of timber.
Right.
So I think the most athletic I was ever was when I was was like Darlow. When I was like when I did Darlow my last fucking comp as a baby white belt, I was like, that was the lightest I was. It was probably the more athletic I was. Yeah. And now I just eat loads of chocolate.
Tyler, what did you see on BJJ Underground today that we were going to talk about? Last thing.
Oh yeah, like I don't agree with it. I think it's fucking stupid. But some cunt was like.
Good start. Some cunt.
If you get 2 points for a takedown, and it's because we're not doing wrestling. If you pull guard successfully and start working your game, and you take them to the ground, then you should get 2 points, even if you don't come on top, because you need to come on top to get your sweet points, right?
Yeah.
But if you like pull them down and get like them on their knees with X guard or whatever. That should be the equivalent of a takedown because you've took them to the ground in control of them.
Disagree.
No, yes, me too.
Yeah. I just think...
Who wrote that? A white belt?
Probably on that.
Reason number one is that I think jumping guard, especially at white belt, should be banned.
Yep.
It'll encourage jumping guard, and that should be banned because it just breaks people's knees.
Yeah.
Because it's... unless
so much pressure.
Yeah, unless you're ready for it, which no one ever is. It just buckles people's knees. I've seen too many videos of it happening. But and if somebody, if you're both standing, somebody pulls guard on me, it's slightly different because I like to pass from standing. 80% of our BJJF successful passes all come from standing, by the way. In the gi, that is, I think. But then if I'm struggling, I'll go on my knees to pass.
Yeah, pass in half guard or something. Cause it's
probably pass.
So
I'm like, I'm coming down here by choice. No one's ever got me to my knees. Nah. Yeah, no one's ever like, I've never been like, oh my God, you've got me to my knees and now I'm in a disadvantageous position.
You're not though, like you can wrestle up from your knees, you can attack from your knees.
Especially on
if you look at fucking, stand back up. When we were doing the gripper seminar and the way he was talking about being on your knees in half guard positions, actually quite advantageous because all you have to do is pass in stages and you have to pass the knee line. So all you're doing is once you're there, you can literally just suck them in and pass the knee line. You're already in a better position. So like, why would they like?
It's literally all I do.
Like take away points. It's ridiculous. Like, I do the same. It's like exactly the same thing.
I'm gonna pass your knee shield. I'm gonna get in reverse half guard, and then I'm getting 3/4 mount. Like
it's ridiculous. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, that guy read it. Fucking in the bin.
Yeah. See you later.
Shit's house.
That's my view on it.
Yeah.
Is there any arguments for it?
Nope.
The only argument I think is it's a jiu-jitsu match. It's not wrestling.
Yeah, but you haven't improved anybody's position.
No.
Which also in real life you'd be fucked. Like if someone double legs you in real life. You're losing that fight.
Yeah, and if you pull guard in a lot of time in real life, like you're fucked, aren't you?
Wrestling is...
Yeah, if you pull guard in real life, you're just going to get kicked in the head.
Absolute ground and pound, So.
Ask Cron Gracie how pulling guard goes in a fight.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work, brother.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Fly an armbar instead. Then you will knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Mate, I've nearly put myself out trying to fly and stuff so many times.
What that clip I got a Carl before doing a flying triangle, and as he did it, the lad stood up and he lost all grips and just went.
That's always what happens.
Carl went through a fucking phase of going him, and all you had to do was let go of your whizzer, and he just fucking arse plant the floor. It was funny as.
Funny. Good
Then he
stuff.
started competing loads and trying to choke you. Boring cunt.
Is that thing? Can I go get a McDonald's now?
Yeah. This has been the Secret Shaka. We have just released loads of exciting stuff. Rash guards, shorts, gym vests. Oh, fingertip arrived today. I'll tell you about that off the podcast because it's a fun story. Yeah, black. Probably put that on sale, but I'm also going to give some of it away. So if you buy some stuff, you get some free fingertip, I think. Socks, I definitely need more socks. I need more socks.
I need more socks.
Got holes in them.
Yeah,
did they just do them socks, or did they do other versions of them socks?
What do them in black?
Like thicker?
Oh, I don't know. I'll find out.
Find out.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because mine are like nearly got holes in.
Mine have got holes in them.
Yeah. So there we go. Christmas
so,
couldn't come sooner.
Spring, summer socks
Nice.
is where I'm thinking.
Tie-dye socks, maybe?
Get one of the vests and then do an 8-hour arm workout.
Yeah, basically.
God knows I need it.
Be the hardest in the gym. The normal gym. You know what I mean? Anyway,
in the gym, the normal gym.
yeah.
That's your local communion.
I'm the hardest in my gym, definitely, because it's full of 60-year-old blokes. And they're all talking about gout.
Ban and tie.
I'm the fucking hardest man in the sporting lodge.
Yeah. I could fuck all you up.
Is it Sporting Lodge or Bannock Irons?
No, Bannock Irons.
Bannock Irons.
Yeah.
That's even
Irons,
all-
you posh cunt.
Old cunts, mate.
Mate, it's because the Bannock Irons near me is the cheapest one in the country.
No, sound.
It's in the lowest band.
The most degraded.
Yeah, it's got a sauna. It's all I give a fuck. Mate, I might go on the sauna now. That's a good idea. Right, anyway, we've been the Secret Shaka. ReefJiu-Jitsu.com for all your lovely jiu-jitsu wares. I'll see you at the Grapple Max Open Mat on Saturday if you are there. If you are not, then I won't.
Sound?
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Ciao.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone. Outro on.
Shaka, 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 shaka.
Nice.